Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Brandos 2. Now in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is going over the top 5 best 5-star characters in the game. Now if you guys don't know, I've already done the same type of video for 3 stars and 4-star characters, so go ahead and check out that video if you guys want to see who are the best 4 stars and best 3-star characters in the game. Now unlike this previous video, which I did look at the 4-star characters and 3-star characters at max dupe, with these 5-star characters I'm going to be talking about in today's video, I'm only going to be looking at them at +0 or +1, because getting multiple dupes for a 5-star character is very hard. So you just want to take a look at the characters that are going to be good at +0 or +1. Now majority of the time, using a +5 and +5 3-star characters and 4-star characters is probably better than a +0 5-star character. There's actually a few exceptions, like maybe 1 or 2 exceptions to that rule, but most of the time having the maxed out 4-star characters will be better to use as your main damage dealers, because the percentage is increased a lot. But obviously in the future we are gonna hopefully get more ways to get some characters dupes, and eventually get these characters that you want to like +4, +3 and whatnot. Now I am not a whale, but I do spend in this game, so I do know sort of like which characters are good in this game. I've tested out a bunch of characters as well, so hopefully you guys find this video enjoyable and hopefully useful as well. Like I mentioned, this is only taking a look at the 5-star characters at +0 or +1, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys don't want to miss out on future content on Brandos 2. Make sure you are make sure that post notification is on, and let's go ahead and reach 50 likes in today's video. Let's go ahead and smash it. You guys are absolutely fantastic, and let's get right into it. Now this is gonna be in no specific order, so number 5 is just number 5. It's not like it means like the weakest out of the 5 characters. I'm just putting it in no particular order. So yeah, let's start off with number 5. So coming in at number 5, I have decided to put Latras. Now Latras is the best AoE physical character for physical. If you're looking at a 5-star character, Latras is simply amazing, and one of the few 5-star characters you do not require dupes for. At +0, she is absolutely amazing. Now if you get her to +1, she gets even better because her percentage value increases. Actually, instead of going here, let me go ahead and show you my Latras. So my Latras is the character I've built up the most on my account, and honestly I've built her up with some good UR gears as well, just so that I can increase her damage, increase her crit rate and crit damage. And like I mentioned, she is simply one of the best characters, best 5-star characters to use. And as you get her to +1, basically what you get is increase the physical damage you do, so it basically increasing her damage. Now this character, simply phenomenal. I will recommend anyone to build this character if you guys are running a physical team. Now her SP requirement is kind of high, which is only the like caveat with this character. Now I know I said I'm only going to be talking about like +0 and +1, but once you get her to +3, you will be able to reduce the SP to 5 instead. Still kind of high, but it's actually worth it in my opinion. So Latras over here coming in at number 5. Now coming in at number 4, we have Gray. Now I'm not gonna lie, I actually slept on Gray. Like I didn't think Gray was that good, or I just totally forgot about him. But Gray honestly has very good utility. Now it's not UR gear, I don't know why there's a bug like that. Okay, it's gone. Gray is actually good for like damage, and insanely good. He also has 3 different costumes right now, which also adds to his amazingness, if you get what I mean. So especially his second costume. Actually, let me go ahead and show you. Scroll down to Gray. So Gray has 3 costumes right now. One of them is given to you for free, but this one over here actually has the potential to be absolutely amazing. Okay, let's not talk about potential, sorry. This one over here is basically similar to Latras. This is +0, by the way. This is +0, similar to Latras. However, there's one like little thing, which is deal magical damage based off of targets 125% of magical attack. So this is only gonna do extra damage to magical characters, so it's kind of useless if you're going against physical enemies. But if you are switching between characters, one that does physical damage, one that does, this character technically does physical damage, as you can see over here, but it does extra damage to magical characters. So technically, if you want to go against magical characters, then you would use this Gray. If you're going against physical characters, then you would go ahead and use Latras, or you can even use Latras against magical characters as well. It doesn't really matter. But in my opinion, Gray is similar to Latras, and I already know how amazing Latras is, and his AoE ability is pretty nice as well. His SP requirement is actually at 5, which is lower than Latras, and obviously when you get that to +1, it's valuable increase in terms of the damage he does. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on Gray as well. Gray is definitely good, and he also has this new costume, not the greatest, but at free SP cost, not that bad. Attacks 5 times, deals that, and it also has the ability to decrease defense as well. So honestly, Gray has so many good utility, and you can actually use this costume as well for damage. I actually think this costume over here will be able to do insane amount of damage as well. So yeah, Gray is number 4. Now coming in at number 3, I added Justia. Now Justia is also one of the few characters with multiple costumes, and each individual costumes are very good. To be honest, I rarely use this costume or use this ability simply because it's not really that good, actually, not gonna lie. But Justia's damage is pretty nice. Now her damage is true damage, which basically ignores defense. You can't crit with this character, so there's no point in building her with crit rate or crit damage. One thing I do think though is, like, late game, Justia might fall off a little bit, because I still think crit damage is better than true damage at the moment. My Justia, the Kendo Justia, is what I will prioritize saying, like, this is the best version of her in terms of damage. But I might be wrong. Obviously, I'm using my Justia at +4, so I already see how amazing the damage is. But overall, Justia's damage from the first costume that he gave you for free, the second one he gave you for free, and then the third one, which had her own banner, Justia's damage is actually quite good. I'm not sure how good it is compared to, like, crit damage, because I do think my Cry can actually hit harder than Justia, but that's only if Cry is able to crit, whereas with Justia, she always does insane amount of damage without critting. So then again, Justia's damage is just simply phenomenal. Costumes have different range as well, which makes her actually very good to use in content, because if you're going against enemies and you want to, you know, attack the enemies this range, that is good. You also have another one that does a different range, and then you have this one over here that does a different range as well. So in terms of the characters with the best costume, Justia might be up there because each range is different, and it's actually quite useful as well. So that is Justia coming in at number 3. Now coming in at number 2, I have Rue. Now honestly, Rue is probably one of the strongest 5-star characters in the game, PvE and PvP. Now frontline characters right now in PvE content, you don't actually need to have frontline characters. All you need to do is have a buffer and have yourself a damage dealer, and you will pretty much clear every content. But Rue is one of the few frontline characters that is actually quite useful at base value at zero copies. Now the SP requirement is low, has the ability to evade damage 75%, which is actually quite good. Obviously when you get this higher, when you get more dupes for her, that will go up. But at +1, I believe what increases is let me go ahead and check. I think it's the damage of the DOT basically increases. She also has knockback ability as well. Now Rue has 2 costumes, and both the costumes are very good. Both of them provide evasion, so you can basically have infinite evasion if you plan Rue out completely. The knockback is absolutely amazing, but if you're going against, like, enemies with huge amounts of HP, this version of Rue is phenomenal. Now at +1, what basically gets buffed in this is the 10% over here. Okay, not bad, but not that much of an increase, not gonna lie, but it's still fine. Both of them work well at base value. You don't need dupes for these characters, and obviously when you get more dupes, they'll just become a lot better. But Rue, absolutely love this character. She's absolutely phenomenal. Now that is Rue. I actually still use her. I'm definitely going to build her up more. I want to get her UR weapon as well, because I think in the future Rue will just be one of those few characters that just become useful throughout the game. Now coming in at number 1, I have decided to put Helena, because Helena is amazing. Like, she has 2 costumes that are just simply absolutely nutty. Now obviously, like I said, we're only going to be taking a look at this at base value, so forget the +4 right now. So what we're going to do is go over to the collection and see what she does at +1. Now magical teams basically got a buff with this character, because she provides healing, provides increase in damage of magical characters, and also provides what else does she do? Healing, buff, and crit rate as well. So if you're building a magical team, you definitely need Helena, and honestly in the future Helena is definitely like a future proof character. So Increase the magical attack. Now the SP requirement is not bad, free as well, and this is a buff to all your allies as well. Now one thing about Helena that's also very strong is the fact that her second costume or main costume is also very good and useful. Decrease incoming damage by 30% for 4 turns and acquire 4 SP. Now at +1 you basically increase the damage, you basically increase the decrease in incoming damage by, I believe, 37%. And this is just absolutely amazing. Both costumes just pair well together, both buffs that provides buff to every single ally. Now the main one I'm probably focusing on is this one over here. The crit rate is nice, the magical attack is nice as well. If you pair this character up with some May as well for your magical buffers as well, that will actually work very well. Now you will notice that some of the characters I mentioned right now are very good at base value, and that's why they are included in this list. Now obviously we don't know exactly what each character gets when they get multiple deeds for them. Obviously the devs are fixing that. They're going to be adding a way for us to see max potential of the characters. So when that happens, I will make a different video going over the top 5-star characters max potential, taking a look at them when you've fully maxed them out. So stay tuned for that video as well. Tell me down in the comment section whether you agree or disagree with this video. Now if you guys were probably going to be wondering, I did not include a lot of frontline characters because you don't need frontline characters right now in the current state of the game. So right now you're just going to be benefiting from buffers and attackers. But I will not lie, there was a bunch of good frontline characters, like this list over here with the second costume as well. Very nice, but you don't need this character right now. The key word is right now, because the devs are going to be buffing up defensive characters or making it more likely to use defensive character instead of trying to complete stages in 1 to 2 turns. So in the future, defensive characters are going to be increased in value, but for right now in the current state of this game, they are just not that useful currently. But yeah, that is my list of the top 5 best 5-star characters. Don't forget to like and subscribe, stay tuned for more content on Brown Dust 2. If you guys agree or disagree, I would like to hear your opinion down in the comment section. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.